No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 201. Metz, 4:55 p.m. As Joey and Pilatray strolled down the sidewalk along Rue des Grigues, one might think they were in a village rather than 5 kilometers southeast of downtown Metz, and if one turned right upon reaching Envasurel, this illusion would be maintained. Once our couple reached Envasurel, their jaunt moved from the sidewalk to the street, as there is no sidewalk bordering the square court that is surrounded by homes not only on all sides, but in the center as well. Were one to stroll an additional 500 meters south where Rue des Grigues ends at the T intersection of Avenue de Strasbourg, otherwise known as Highway D955, the illusion of being a quaint village would evaporate. While the entrance to number 213 in Vassarel was tucked away in the southwest corner of the square-shaped court, the back of the house where Joey lived was separated from Avenue de Strasbourg by a 3-meter-wide sidewalk, along with a half-meter-tall concrete block retaining wall, topped with a meter-tall mesh fence, as well as a row of a dozen of nearly 15-meters-high trees that create a privacy screen from passers-by. Number 213 was one of the smaller and less kept homes along the square, and Joey's room, which sat atop the single-car garage, could be entered either through the house proper or via a metal spiral staircase that had been added when the owners of the home, Marcel and Francis Wilm, had begun letting it out for rent. Climbing the spiral staircase that allowed direct access to a room, Pilatray said to Joey, "You know, as many times as I have walked with you from your room, I don't remember ever having been inside. Am I correct?" "Likely so," Joey replied. "The household is, interesting. I would describe Marcel and Francis' relationship as strained, and their daughter, Jean-Marie, has moved in and out 3 times since I have been here. There's talk of Charles, a son, but I have never met him." "Marcel and Francis are the homeowners?" Pilatray asked as they reached a small platform at the top of the stairs. "Oui," she replied. "I wonder if the DGSE entered my room directly or if Francis or Marcel let them in. I would not blame them if they know about the visit but choose not to inform me. That's the power of fear, no?" as she opened her door and entered the room. "Indeed, yes," Pilatray replied as he followed Joey in and closed the door behind him. Joey removed her coat and hung it from a hook next to the door before turning to Pilatray, tilting her head and asking, "Shall I take your coat, or are you not planning to stay?" Removing his coat, he said, "You may, and no, I'm really not planning to stay, but it is warm in here." "Yes," Joey said with a laugh, "I like it warm." Smiling as he looked around the room, Pilatray said, "Your walls are pink. I am shocked." "And why are you shocked?" she asked. "I suppose because you are very businesslike. I like it, but I am surprised," as he continued his visual inspection. Sweeping the room visually, he came to the door where apparently a single piece of paper had been slipped beneath. Nudging Joey discreetly, then rolling his eyes towards the door, he drew her attention to the piece of paper. Seeing the paper, Joey's forehead momentarily furrowed in confusion, but her eyes widened in comprehension. "Do you need anything?" she asked. "No, I do not plan to stay long." Nodding minutely at the piece of paper, she said, "If you will excuse me one moment, I will use the water closet and be right back," before unlocking and opening her door, kicking the paper out of her room, exiting, then closing the door behind her.